Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the January 13th, 2022 Helm Dev meeting. We're super excited to be in this, continuing to be in this new year with you all, and let's get on with the agenda. Alan's going to take notes, and Joe, Matt, and Alan are doing issue triage this week. Okay, I think the first announcement, I'm going to leave this one for Mr. Farina, if you would like to do the honors.
Sure. The release candidate's out and OCI registry stuff is out of experimental. So try it, give it a spin. Hopefully nothing broke. It shouldn't have. We've been testing it and beating on it.
It's going to break.
The SDK is public for people to use. Yeah.
Congratulations, everybody.
Yeah. Woo! Congrats to everybody, and for the folks who've been working on this for the last 3 years. And thanks to everyone who's been, like really hopping on at this cycle too. I'm super excited myself.
Does Josh want to thank the Academy?
I thank the Academy. I thank Scott, Verena,
Andy,
Andrew, Alan, everyone, David, everyone. This is awesome. Yeah, I put it on Twitter yesterday. It's like people don't really see like the amount of craziness you and Andrew have been doing the last 2 or 3 months. So it's wild. Completely impossible without you. So thank you, Scott and team.
Absolutely. I echo that.
Yay. Yeah, thank you. Wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
thanks for everyone who put in all that hard work. I'll just say
coming
that.
out.
And
Exactly.
Scott for organizing everybody because he wrangled all the people to get them across the finish line. So.
Oh my goodness. Well, cool. Okay, and then I don't know if you noted this, Farina, but I can, if maybe I can just do this if you want to. That we moved the remaining items that weren't able to get into this RC for 3.0.0 into features were moved to the 3.9.0 milestone, which is 4 months from now, and right around the KubeCon time. So maybe we should discuss that. And then the milestone that Matt had made for someone had made for 3.8.0, excuse me, 3.8.1, the bug fix issues that we weren't able to get to for this RC are moved there. Yeah. Okay, unless anyone has anything, I mean, there's a lot to say. We can bust out the champagne and all that good stuff, but or non-alcoholic beverages. But if anyone has anything to say, speak up. Otherwise, we'll get on to the first discussion issue. Looks like that is Chris.
Oh, actually, Mark just added something to the announcements, and we did, tweet about it and post about it. But Mark, do you want to talk about your item that you added?
Well, just because I added it, but it's really not my place. But congratulations to Karen for being the newest org maintainer.
Woo.
Thanks.
Yeah, this is really exciting because Karen has been part of the Helm project since literally the first day of the Helm project and has been working behind the scenes, just as folks have been, Joe was saying something in the chat a bit ago about how great it would be to have a blog post of Helm behind the scenes for, getting the OCI stuff in. That would be a great blog post. And take a look at the blog post that Matt Butcher wrote about Karen being instrumental in so many things you don't even know about. And now she has been elected Helm org maintainer. So welcome to your new level of control over the Helm project, Karen. Use these powers only for good. We know you will.
Thanks for having me. Hey.
Read more responsibilities. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm down for, I don't know if someone wants to know someone who wants to do a treatment for a little TV mini series. I think we've got a lot of content. Okay, cool. Chris, you are up.
Yeah, well, I just pointed out that people are asking in the Slack channel on Helm Dev about the YouTube recordings. I think they finished about November, but I'm pretty certain Bridget's really answered this in the doc anyway. So it's I think people are just getting around to it. I didn't know if people had like if there's some process that stopped or whatever, or if people weren't aware of this. It looks like people are aware, and it's just time and holidays and stuff getting in the way still. So yeah, not really a big one, just something I've noticed.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, a lot of these processes have way more people have to be logged in with the right account and click and upload. And I know I'm delinquent on this sort of thing, and we will do it. It's just catching up from the holidays.
Does it get rotated with like whoever's the moderator or something, or is it like one person's job or?
It's really limited. Yeah, it's
Okay,
like
fair enough.
people CNCF has set. I don't know if Karen wants to go into more detail about that, but yeah, it's kind of a manual process.
Cool.
I have a quick note about, or a quick thing to bring up about this. I didn't put it on the list, but because it could diverge into discussion, so I don't want to open up Pandora's box, but just it might be worth considering at this point, or at least I'll see if you have more who have more experience with the communities.cncf.io platform than I do, the Bevy platform. If it seems, I would probably want to ask Karen's advice because I know you've been working with it a bit, or have Karen, what do you think about that, and like hooking that up at some point so we can get the automatic integration with YouTube and the other things? Do you think it's ready for that, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately they're just going to push everyone there. So like, I think the longer we lag behind, the harder it will be to want to do it. And yeah. Because yeah, I mean, like they're pushing all their meetups there. They're pushing everything there, to be honest. So I guess we should just do it if we're ready for it, because otherwise I think like eventually like I think more people will come here over time, right? And then just like we'll have to move everyone there. So yeah.
Cool. Okay, that's awesome. Like an action item, I'm happy to help collab on that. Okay, and then Bridget, you got the next one.
Oh yeah, I know that we have, I mean, you know how GitHub went and set it so that actions can't run from first time collaborators until somebody approves it, just because of, cryptocurrency mining and all that nonsense. But yeah, I'm just highlighting that Chris put some changes into his PR, and he does need someone to click approve so his workflows can run, and then someone can review that PR. But like, yeah, that one that we're working on trying to get through, he did put some changes in there, and we need somebody to approve the workflows.
Just on the back of this, I know when we spoke last week, someone suggested that I could maybe help out, like reviewing some of the 190 or so PRs that are there. So I did try and take a look, but I didn't really know where to start, or like what the right thing for like someone who's kind of new to this would be. Like, is there any docs or sort of pointers on how someone that's like not a maintainer can help in that respect? Or anyone I can maybe speak to offline that could give me some pointers or anything, because I do want to try and help out, but there's so many PRs and I don't know like what the right sort of thing to do is, or how to really start engaging in that.
I feel like I did a presentation a while ago at a virtual meetup that Karen ran about like getting started as a contributor, and I failed to actually turn that into docs because, but I'm curious if somebody who is one of our newer like triage maintainers like Alan or, contributors can, recently onboarding, if you want to kind of speak to how you choose the stuff you're triaging or looking at, that would be really helpful, I think.
Okay, shall I maybe try and message Alan on Slack or something, or?
Yep. I'm available on Slack, so feel free to
Okay,
reach.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, well,
thank
I'll
you.
ping you on there. Maybe you can give me some sort of pointers on how I could maybe start helping out.
Yep. Sounds good.
Thanks.
Oh, I see Josh's note now. Thanks, Josh. I was like, how did we know who did it? Okay, great. Oh, sorry, you still have other topics. Oh no, that was Alan's topic. Okay, got it. Alan, we're gonna have to get your email on this. Was there anything else for that one, Bridget, or was that mainly it? Okay, cool. Alan, you wanna mention yours?
Yep. It's basically so I'm not sure if this is specific to Helm or Kubernetes. I think it is related to Kubernetes, but when there are a lot of custom resource definitions in the cluster, for example, more than 100, there will be throttling messages when users are trying to do, for example, a Helm upgrade in this ticket. So is there any way we can get around with it? For example, setting a large limit on the custom resource definitions. Has anyone seen this problem? Because I haven't seen this as a user, because we don't have that amount of CRDs within our cluster. So I'm just wondering if anyone has seen this problem, and how do we get around with this?
Not in the doc, but what problem exactly are we talking about?
So there's a how do you say it? Threshold.
I dropped a link. I dropped a link in the chat
Discovery.
of this Zoom. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a thank you. There's a threshold in Kubernetes where we can set a limit on the what was the parameter name again? It's
What's
called-
the discovery? I forgot to. Let me search.
This has to do with throttling, with client-side throttling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but client side. Yeah, so it's a client side thing that you get to set, and then Kubernetes provides that, and then some of the clients that like OC, you say they make changes so that they can allow the user to have a higher throttling, but it's up to the client to set that, right? So I also wonder if Helm being a client, will there be an option for some of the users that have bigger clusters, right? That will see this problem.
Yes.
So if I understand it right, this is there's an issue with the Kubernetes client that Helm happens to import.
Correct.
Timing out too quickly. So it's not the other Helm calls or Helm timing out. It's the Kubernetes client buried inside.
Correct.
Yes,
But it's a
yes.
configurable option. If you change it, you won't see the problem, right? But since the front end is Helm, there's no way for the user to configure that, right? Because it's hard code. It's taking the default basically.
Is it actually timeout, or is it just the warning that we're concerned about?
It's a throttle, so it's a user can retry. So it depends on. But the problem is because there's so many CRDs, it's very common that the throttling will happen, right?
Okay. So we need to increase the timeout or provide an option. I mean, that sounds like something that's that needs to just be put in as an issue, and there may already be one created, and then a pull request to see about how to increase that timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that. Yeah, I just wanted to just wanted to raise this before I create an issue. I'm not sure if this belongs to Kubernetes or just a Helm. So,
If there's a way for the Kubernetes client to be configured for the timeout to increase, then this is something we could do in Helm, and it would make sense to have an issue against Helm. If it's something that cannot be configured because the Kubernetes client Go doesn't provide a means to do that, then it would need to be raised in the upstream client library before we could take advantage of it.
okay, thank you.
I think it's the first one. I think it's the first one. It's already an option.
Cool. That sounds great.
Thanks for bringing it up, Alan. That's a good one.
Okay, so not to jump the gun, but are there any other topics before we come to volunteers and all of that good stuff? Oh, Bridget, you already asked. Yay. Okay, so Josh is gonna do notes. That's awesome. Anybody want to volunteer to moderate next week? It's gonna be some pretty big shoes to fill after my stellar job I did today. Oh, cool, awesome. And then the most fun one, issue triage. How did, I don't know if the folks who volunteered last week were able to triage, because at least I remember Farina had some limited time and we were all the release or moving up to the release was coming up. Some of that happened, some triage happened during that process, but I don't know if Joe or Alan was able to get into issue triage, or if you would like to do that again this week.
We looked at some. They were all actually being labeled by somebody, I forget who. I, however, don't have access yet, so.
Sorry. I will get you access after this call. Look for an invitation to join the org.
Cool. So yeah, sure. That's good.
I also just put a solution on how to solve the problem that was mentioned previously. There's a new feature called Discovery Burst that allows the Kubernetes CLI to be configurable.
That's exactly it.
Cool. One other thing that I believe we need some volunteers for. Oh my God, if we had shit. Well, anyway, one quick question. We also do need volunteers for people to test the RC. So now that it's out, the 3.8.0 RC1, that has now the OCI feature as a full feature, no longer behind feature flags, as as Farina said earlier, but also some additional functionality that we all thought users would probably be expecting when that becomes a full feature. So if you can test it yourself, that's awesome. If you can, like, ask your friends to test it, or just spread the word to get folks to help us test it. We have now a week for regressions before the scheduled minor release 3.8.0. So that's one note.
I will try it.
Awesome.
I will try some options. Yeah.
And I didn't add a discussion topic yet, but maybe I'll just say it out loud. Do we want to have some kind of a separate chat about the KubeCon talks? I know last time we said that Butcher and I would talk about it, and we just haven't yet, but I'm happy to. I just wanted to know if someone else or anything else happened behind the scenes, or if anyone knows anything that we should bring up about that.
I'm looking at Karen.
I don't have any updates. I mean,
Talk to
That's great.
Martin. Talk to Martin. I think Martin might be attending, so I would reach out to him too. He might be another person to have in the loop here.
Oh, actually, yes, I meant to mention that. He did reach out about that too. He's definitely going in on board as well. All right, cool. I was just checking just in case. If there's nothing else, then I guess we get 8 minutes of our lives back. Thanks, everyone. See you soon. See you on Slack.
Thank you. Bye.
bye.
Bye.